Hello, dear viewers. This is Tukas Copy webinar, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. I'm your friend, your host. Forgive me, my sore throat is not helping me much, but still, I will be hosting this webinar today. And those who are watching this from a long time, they already know who I am. But for you who do not know, I'm a Tukas Copy's trading community member. Do not confuse me as an employee of Lucas Copy Bank because I am not an employee of Lucas Copy. I am just a community member and I want to give you some insight about what is going on in the major currency pairs and a few yen crosses also. So the name is suggesting that I'm going to do trading here, but I will not be doing any live trades. But we will be watching the majors and the yen crosses just to find out the key levels, and then we'll be using those key levels to get an edge, like information edge, or you can say technical edge, and then we can use those key levels in our trading. All right, so we are not going to talk about any fundamentals. Like I have heard in news today that OPEC nations have decided to increase the crude oil production. So yes, that will decrease the demand, or you can say that will make oil easily available and the price will go down and the Canadian dollar will surge. But we are not going to talk about that because we know everything that is happening is already priced into the chart. So we will just focus ourselves on the charts only. Okay. And in this program, we will only be using the candlestick charts. We will mark our key levels and then we'll see how we can use them in the direction of the prevailing trend that we intend to trade. Now, if you are new to the technical analysis, I would request you to check our home page of this channel and then select the playlist and search for the profitable candlestick patterns. And also there is one more playlist, that is profitable chart patterns. If you go through those playlists, you will understand sometimes when I talk about the patterns, how to develop a trading idea about around those patterns and how to mark your targets. If you go through those playlists, it will help you in understanding what we are talking about in this program. At the end of the session, I will be answering the questions from the viewers. So please ask your questions in the chat. Sorry. And lastly, whatever I say in this live stream is only for information or to increase your knowledge about the price action trading or how to analyze the charts. Please carry out your own research before you put your money on the line or before you start live trading. You can trade with me on the demo account, there is no problem. But if you want to or you intend to trade in the live account, I think you should take advice from a financial advisor, because I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a geek who is obsessed with the charts. All right, so here we go, guys. Like every other day, the first thing that we are going to watch is the US dollar index, and here comes on your screens after this risk disclaimer. Why this risk disclaimer? It is very important to have a risk disclaimer. One thing is that it is required by the US government, that is the one thing. But also you need to know that there is a risk involved in trading the foreign exchange. It is not that simple. Okay, if you think that something can go in your favor, it can go against you also. So bear that thing in mind. Plus, it is a leveraged trading instrument. So whatever leverage that you're using, you should understand that it can go in favor as well as against you. So consider the risks involved. It is very likely that you will sustain a lot of losses, and you can even wipe out your account if you do not manage your risk accordingly. So please manage your risk and then only open some trades, okay? All right, you can pause this here, understand it completely, and then move on to the next part, which is the live charts. The first thing first, that is the US dollar index. I have intentionally left out my previous markings on the charts so that you can appreciate what happened after even a 1 month. Are the levels holding good or they're not holding good? All right. So this is the US dollars daily US dollar index daily chart on your screen. And all right. So we left on 21st of October. This was the day that we left. And from here, we had pointed out that there is a possibility that the price will go like this and then it will fall like this. And thereafter, we had no prediction. But we had marked on our charts, this is an upswing pivot. So once the upswing pivot is taken out, you see a closing below this. That means it is taken out. Okay. It means all the stop losses which were under these lows are taken out now. And now we should be looking for a selling opportunity. So whenever there is a rise from here, like some 62% or so, you can start opening the sell positions. So it is 62%, 78%, and boom. All right, let's not even talk about this one here. You can talk it in this way that when you draw this falling trend line, you want to sell when it approaches this line, or when you see that something like bearish is happening here. If not here, then you can switch it to 4 hours and check out what had happened there. Okay, here you see there was a rise, there was a bearish pin bar, it could not go above that, and thereafter it sold off. This is one way of reading the price action. Anyways, from the daily chart, what we can conclude is now the US dollar index is in a downtrend now. I'm not trying to make any trend line here, okay, because I want to work with the horizontal levels now. After breaking this level here, the price has tested this level 2 times. So we cannot say that it has not tested this level. But from this swing here to here, from this swing to here, what we can do is we can check the Fibonacci retracements and again target 62% or 78%. But I think 109.12 may be a major area where we can find resistance for this market now. All right, with this said, right now, if you ask me today, the price is rising, but it is also going in this zone, which was previous support. Now, the previous support tends to act as the next resistance. So there is a possibility that 50% can also reject it and push it back. But I think a deeper correction is possible to 109.12 levels. Talking about the euro US dollar. Okay, well, our previous prediction was 1.0088 may be the next seller zone. Now, where is the 1. So this is the 1.0088 level, and this is where we had predicted, because this is the 21st of October, right? So this is the area where we had predicted this day. Now, after this, the price went to 1.0088, you can see, and thereafter it got rejected from there back towards 0.9735. Also notice that this was an area from where this lift off had started. So when this area was saved, then we can expect, okay, there is more to it, and after small pullback it went higher, got rejected again at here 1.0088, but this time it took support at 0.9952. This was also a very important level in the past. You can see 0.9952. A lot of buyers came here, pushed the price higher with a bullish engulfing and a bullish pin bar. This is two in a one candle, and thereafter the price was able to breach. On the next day, the price was able to breach and give a fine closing above 1.01977, which was the downswing pivot. Now that the downswing pivot was because of this swing here. Now this swings stop losses were somewhere here. Now those stop losses are taken out. So what we can expect is whenever the price comes back to this 1.01977 area, there is a possibility of you can say buying. So what I will do is I will place a rectangle here with the hope that buyers will enter this market here and push the prices higher. Now somebody may also think that after pricing here, the price made a swing low here, then made a swing high here, then again it okay swing high here somewhere, and then it broke this low. No, after this swing here, it has not come to an area where we can say that it has retraced. So I am just making a bit lower. Okay. So you see 50% is perfectly aligning with the downswing pivot, which is broken now. Now the broken resistance stands to act as a support. So I'm expecting 1.01977 may act as a very fine support for the euro for the next leg upwards. Okay, keep this thing in mind. Those who were asking me for the levels to trade on my Skype, for them this is a thing that I want to mention, that keep an eye of 1.01977 area. This can be your next opportunity. Now I want to mention to you guys that of course, if you find this video useful for you, you will hit that like button. I'm sure about it. It is below the video, and you will subscribe the channel for the daily webinar, because I will be doing the webinars now daily at 16:30 GMT. Please consider sharing it with your friends who want to know what are the key levels that they should keep an eye on. And believe me, when I share the key levels, they are the levels from where the price tends to reverse most of the time. So do share it with your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. If you have any questions of personal nature, like related with the trading, you can ask me on my Skype. This is my Skype handle at the @123. And I have an intention of sharing my trades, which I will be recording. These will be live trades that I will be recording in the coming future, and I will be posting it at YouTube's my own channel, which is at the Red Bulls and Bears. So please make sure that you go and subscribe, that check the channel and turn on the notifications bell, so that whenever I place a live trade or whenever I go live on the channel, you get a notification, and we can talk there, we can chat there, we can open the trades, do live seminars, and so many things. So make sure that you subscribe this channel. There are so many bulls and bears channels, but I think this stands out. I have also kept a logo there at the right side of that, where there is a bull and a bear. Please follow the channel, and let's proceed further. Okay, so euro is going to, I think, attract some buyers at around 1.01977 area, and the sellers may jump in again at 1.03685 area. Moving on to the Great Britain pound, I have not removed anything after 21st of October. This area here, after this candle, this particular candle, if GBP USD breaks 1.1495, this was our idea. If GBP USD breaks 1.1495, which is no, not to 1.1495, 1.14095. I'm sorry, guys. You see, this was 0.95. Okay, and closes a day above it. This one, a day above it. Then it, then the bulls are gonna start hunting the bears. Okay, it closed a day above this level. it got rejected at 1.1611. But you see how beautifully the bulls took over at 1.1211 again and pushed the prices above these highs to even towards 1.1900. This is no joke, guys. This is price action. Simple. You could ride those swings, okay? This is no joke. You could ride those swings. This is more than 600 or 700 points, no joke. All right, guys. So this is done now. Now what is next? Now it seems like from the last 3 days, the pound is being sold against the US dollar. Now it will fall. No, don't get don't lose heart, because now the upswing has started from this, and after this it had made a high here and made a low here and again made a high here. Now till the time this low is not taken out, we cannot be sure. And even if this low is taken out, I think this high which is broken has not been tested. So there is a possibility that this high will start acting as a support and the buyers may jump in here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna break this one from here, gonna bring your channel lines. And when did the swing start? Actually here. Okay, the swing started here. So you can see something like, okay, no, it is saying like this only. No, I think this was a fake out. Okay, so this looks like this channel is being followed, but I really don't want to draw any channel now. I don't want to work with channels and slant lines. I just want to work with the horizontal lines. It is so precise. Okay, so here now the next level is, I think, a closing above these two bodies. Okay, these closings here. I know this is more important, more relevant level, that is 1.1941. I think I need a closing above that level for 1.12293 to be exposed in this market. So the support is 1.1759 now, and the resistance is 1.1941 in this market. Australian dollar is also being sold off during intraday. Why it is, I don't know. Maybe a deeper correction is required. This is also broken the downswing pivot. So now this area of 0.6547 is going to be the support for Australian dollar. Resistance is at 0.6733. Same way New Zealand dollar. All these four pairs are doing the same thing. But for New Zealand dollar, the support is around 0.6060 area, and the resistance is at around 0.6231. Okay, but all have broken their downswing pivots and now they are trying to rise. US dollar is very swiftly going higher against the Canadian dollar. Now you might be thinking, okay, the dollar is rising. No, actually dollar is not rising. It is the Canadian dollar that is falling. I'm so sorry, guys. So these lows which the price has broken and given us a very strong close below these lows is suggesting that now the buyers are not in market. But see here, the buyers came in at 1.3223. This is also not a small case of buyers. You see, these buyers were waiting to jump in from the time this high was broken. They got a very small time to react here, but now they have sufficient time. So they reacted twice with a bullish pin bar as well as a bullish engulfing candle. And now the price is headed towards the resistance of 1.35021. This is a good resistance. If we don't see a very good resistance here and the price breaks up and closes a day higher than 1.3502, I think that will be a signal for us to buy this market with a target of 1.3832. Right now, 1.3502 is the resistance, 1.3223 is the support. Same way USD CHF, given us a close below upswing pivot, has gone back to 0.9479 level. This is also a rising channel support area. But now you see the price is headed towards the resistance of 0.9694. So this is the resistance zone. 0.9546 is the support zone for the USD CHF. For USD JPY, we don't have much of the support, but we have we don't have much of the resistance. But yes, the immediate support is at around 140.34. This is intraday move that has happened today. This was ascending channel forming on the resistance. The resistance got broken. Now the next resistance is at 145.90. In between, I don't see any resistance. These lows here or these body opens and closes may provide some resistance on the intraday, but tomorrow and day after, if the dollar keeps rising, the price can extend to 145.90. But no buying here because the stop loss is going to be very far. So 145.90 is the resistance. 140.34 is the immediate support for this market. Silver has also broken the downswing pivot. So downswing pivot breaking, the price going higher than 21.11 after a long time. I think now it is an area of silver to offer us some buying opportunities. Now this is the swing low, this is the swing high. So I want to enter at 61.2 or 62%. Or maybe 50% if you want to, but I think we have another method of entering the trades. If you remember, what we do was we used to draw the channel lines, okay, and we drew the channel line, and we want to see that when this channel breaks to the upside, we enter a buy trade. But I think 19.78 will be a better area of opportunity. But before that, our 62% level is coming, that is 20.11. So one can look for a buying opportunity here with the targets of 22.06 in the coming days. All right, here the downswing pivot was 1808, but I think after that it had made another downswing pivot. Okay, no. So there was no low made after that. So yes, 1808 still qualifies as the downswing pivot, and it has not been broken in the US dollar against the gold or the gold against the dollar. But this broken resistance, which was of good importance, 1729, may be offering some support to the price when the price reaches here. Maybe, okay, just maybe. Otherwise, resistance is sitting at 1753, and after that 1808, support is at 1729 for the gold. Brent is losing value because of the higher OPEC produce. But yes, we need a closing on the daily below 83.60, because below 83.60 will open up the way for 65.75. This will be a long-term sell for the oil in case we see today a close below 83.60. Euro against the Australian dollar. Okay, there are also, I am not surprised, because here after getting resistance at 1.5682, the price came back to our area of buying, again went to that area of selling, again came to that area of buying, and now is proceeding toward 1.5682 area again. Any close above 1.5682 will open the way for 1.6153 in this market. USD ZAR has gone below the upswing pivot, got resistance there, is trying to trade lower now. I will just remove this, was just in. Okay, so now this is the daily chart. The price closed below this rising channel, and now the price is trying to go lower in this channel, in this long-term channel. Now in this long-term channel, it has gone below this, is finding resistance again and again. So you can safely say 17.567 3 area is going to be a very good resistance for this one. The next target on the downside is 16.9761. Right now the price is trading at one of the levels. USA Tech has took support at 10,431, is finding resistance at 12,006 levels, and now I think it is proceeding towards 10,956. But for that to be sure, we need a close below the low of this candle, that is 11,490. We need a close below this 11,490 for the previous levels to be exposed. But I think this may offer some good support to the price, because you see when the price was going down on the daily, okay, this was the downswing pivot, this has been taken out, and now I think price is coming back to, okay, when something like this happens, then this is your too low. Okay guys, I think around 11,280 to 11,436 the buyers should come in and push the prices higher. That is what I think. Tomorrow or day after we will see what is happening in this one. USA 500 on the similar lines has broken above, and now, okay, You see, from this swing high to this swing low, now the price is at 61.8%. It found the resistance, it came back, but this broken resistance is now acting as a support. Also notice that the price was making lower highs and lower lows, and before making this low the price had made a high here, and after making this low the price made a high here, and after again making this low. So this was the downswing pivot. This has been taken out. The price has already taken support here, has made another higher high. So what I'm expecting here is to make a higher low. Don't you think that when we are looking for higher lows we can move the market in the channel? Don't you think so? Don't you think so? Okay, so what I'm expecting is 3910 to act as a very good support for the market to push it higher. Dollar against the Chinese yuan. Okay, right now it is acting good, but you see, we had mentioned this area of congestion. This area acts as a super resistance, which the price is back to 7.0123. Now is headed towards 7.1911. After this, again, that same area is an area of resistance, but I think the price will reverse from here and push to the lows and will make an head and shoulder pattern here. This is what I'm thinking. Now, what to do with the head and shoulder pattern? You just go through the playlist and you will know what to do. Okay, this is a possible head and shoulder pattern, and if something like this happens, then this is how are you going to trade this. Okay, this is how you are going to trade this. All right. Euro JPY is all buy above 145.63. 145.63 is the immediate resistance, 144.07 is the immediate support. GBP JPY, similar lines, it is resistance at 168.42 and a support at around 164.42. Sorry, 165.63, and after that it is 164.42. And I just want to remove all these channels. They are, I think, of no use now. Okay. So price needs to be seen clearly so that you can appreciate what is going on. So this was a head and shoulder. It was broken, and now the price is trying to trade high. Any close above this level, I think, will open next higher opportunity. So 169.08, you should think about this level as the resistance now. 165.63 is the immediate support. Gas is going good. Actually, gas is really going good. It has dropped a lot from 7.4 to 5.3 to 5. Then after going below, it is rising like nicely. But 7.40 is the level where I want to keep my eye on. Actually 7.545 to be exact. Above this I will be bullish, but below that I am bearish on the gas. Okay, this is the weekly chart of Dow Jones, but if I switch to daily, you will see that the breakout has already happened, but the price did not come to retest this area. 32,667 I think is the area where it should come back to retest this level as the fresh support before pushing higher. When I say pushing higher, I mean breaking above these resistance zones and trying to go to these highs, and thereafter trying to go for these highs. So these are the levels that I will be keeping an eye on after the breakout, but till the time the breakout doesn't happen, I will staying on the sidelines. Last but not least is the Ethereum. You see, this has happened, I don't know when, but last webinar that I had done, it was 21st of October, and on 1st of October we were trading here, and there was no breakout even, but I was sure that there is going to be a breakout. I said that if the price goes here, then this is that area of resistance. Here you should open sell positions. If you do not know, do not remember, open my webinar of 21st of October and you will know it. From here you can see how the sell-off happened. It breached through these lows. Now those sellers, so those buyers have become sellers at the market, and now they have also entered the short positions, and they are pushing the price to $875. So this is the future of Ethereum, guys. Do not trade in this Ethereum, Bitcoin, and anything. These are all shits. All right, guys, I just hope that you got some idea about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and days. These are the key levels, that is what we call them. You can invent or reinvent or propose whatever you do, you say, You make sure that you trade around those levels so that your risks involved are less. Please just keep in mind to never risk more than 1% of your capital on any single trade, and look for a potential profit of more than 3 times the risk that you're going to take. With this note, I shall end this live stream. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. Do share it with your friends. Please consider pressing that like button which is there below the video. Leave your suggestions in the comment section and consider subscribing to the channel for more such videos. I do live webinar every day at 16:30 GMT. You can come join me, ask questions, and do whatever you want to do in the chat box. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on the YouTube. This is my channel where I will be sharing all my trades recorded on live trading account in the future. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You can write me DMs on the Skype if you want. If you have any queries, let me know. Thank you very much for joining.